what new challenges have resulted from these enhancements?
Probably the number one challenge is having the right staff and the competency to be able to apply the techniques. Where you don't have those techniques or the competency, you have to then look at either bringing resource in, which then you run into potential for making the request for the additional resource, and or perhaps just looking at hiring different types of resources within the department.
Certainly the resource challenge mindset part, as well as many times getting, presenting your strategy to the management team to get access to that data. Because management team may not have the comfort or in IA's capabilities, so going back to the skill set part, that they may not be sharing that data, and within IA team changing the mindset, I think would be two critical ones.
One of the other additional challenges is it's great you got the resources, it's great you got the competencies of using the tools, and you got the mindset, you got the access, but now in this electronic and digital world, the data is more complex. Everything's strewn apart by databases and tables and files here and there, and so taking data and I kind of live from the perspective that it's very important to know thy data. If you don't know thy data and you don't know the control objectives that you're applying and you're still learning the tools, it's a challenge.
So implementing technology is one thing, but learning the skills to use the technology effectively can be a challenge. So how do you overcome these challenges?
We use a audit software or a sampling software that we can use also for the data mining as well as the data analysis. We have to have our staff trained up on how to use that, as mentioned before, knowing what kind of data, so they have to understand the data tables. And it takes a different skill set, so you need to be able to invest the money and the time into your staff in order to be able to effectively look at the data.
The training part, on the job, classroom training, or working, the rotation type things that you do with your staff, or lending them to an IT team or applications team for a few months period, that they come back and understanding of how the organization works. When that part of the equation to make technology successful is critical.
And what I think can't be underestimated yet is the demand on the partner side of the organization. You can't just do this in an island. You got to partner with the IT organization. You have to partner with the work process and the business owners as to what is their work process, how do they process, depending on the segment you're in, invoicing, cost of sales, manufacturing, revenue recognition. And so that it's a partnership of learning, of what's being reviewed from an objective and a risk-based perspective, but then what are the critical data steps, what are the critical fields, but that partner can really play a significant role, getting their time, getting their attention, so that, again, I think Scott spoke to this earlier, that what we do in internal audit can be shared and transferred to the partnering organizations. I view auditing as an open book test. I'll give you all the scripts that we develop. I'm not going to run them for you. I'm not going to interpret them for you. But if we partner together and we learn what the key objectives are, we learn what the key risks are, we apply the technology and the resources together, go run the script if you want, go use the tool if you want. At the same point in time, for independence, we won't, again, run it for you or interpret it for you. But that partner relationship, I would add to everything that's been added so far, a critical element to the success of a solution using data analytics or technology in the audit function.